Okay, my conspiracy theory with the fact that Donald Trump is trying to put federal troops or National Guard troops into a lot of quote unquote black cities and democratic states is I think he's trying to rile up the black population because black people are sitting out all the protest. And I think also, again, he's trying to hide from the Epstein files. So he's trying to create a dictatorial state and trying to use crime as the reason for doing a dictatorial state and dismissing the fact that there are some red states that are poor, crime-ridden, and impoverished. And that brings me to my next point. Mississippi declares newborn death emergency as a record number are losing their babies before their first birthday. Mississippi officials have declared a public health emergency as the rate of infant mortality hits a decade-long high. Too many Mississippi families are losing their babies before their first birthday. The rate of infant mortality is the highest in more than a decade, with 9.7 deaths per 100,000 births. Since 2014, 3,500 babies in the state have died before turning 1. And I know you're wondering why. The causes of death were congenital malfunctions, preterm birth, low birth weight, and SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. But health officials also sounded the alarm over OB deserts, areas where obstetrics care is hard to find. And of course, I'm pretty sure you know what an OB desert is. That means there's no OBGYNs anywhere in the counties or in the states. And if there are, they're very few and far between, and women can't get to those places. And even if they can get to it, I'm pretty sure they probably can't afford it. But I want black people to pay attention to this. This is why I think all black people should just get the hell out of Mississippi. Listen to this part here. The burden falls especially hard on babies born to black moms who experience an infant mortality rate of 15.2%, a nearly 24% increase from the previous year, while the rate among babies born to white moms declined. Now, mind you, it was 9.7 per 100,000 births or 1,000 births or whatever. But with black women, that goes up to 15% of black children that are dying in Mississippi because they have OB deserts. Although Mississippi counts for less than 1% of U.S. births, the state accounts for more than 1.6% of all infant deaths. These losses should be a wake-up call for the nation. Hey, black and brown woman, they associate you with aborting all of your children. They associate you with being irresponsible parents and just going out making babies. They associate you with being the problem with America when it comes to being a welfare state. But it's states like Mississippi who does not participate in giving as much money to the federal government as they take. They are also not paying attention to the health and well-being of their own citizens. They are letting children die before they turn 1. See, this is the problem that you have with conservatism and Maga. See, this is the problem with Maga and conservatives. They are so concerned about women making babies, but they don't give a damn when the baby is born. Mississippi is one of the most conservative states in the country, and it's also the most poorest state in the country. You got states like New York that are donor states, which means they give more to the federal government than they get back. If it wasn't for places like California, states like Mississippi and Kentucky and West Virginia would not thrive or survive. And yet this proves it, because they are still, even with the money that California is dishing out, Mississippi is not taking care of their citizens. They are letting children die with sudden infant death syndrome, which basically means we don't know why the child died. The child is not getting proper care. And even if you gave it to him, you would call that socialism. That's why those babies are dying. And oh my God, don't be a black woman in Mississippi, because you have a 15% chance of your child dying, whereas a white woman or an other would have a 9% chance. Both child dies, but you got a greater chance. Yeah, let's be concerned. Let's really be concerned about what Trump is doing in all these black, quote unquote, black cities, when he's trying to federalize troops and make a dictatorship in an authoritarian state. But watch what's going on in all of the states themselves, because look at what's going on in Mississippi. Black children, children in general, are dying in Mississippi before they hit the age of 1. What do you think?